The art of villains in professional wrestling is a dying performance. What do villains have to do to be actually villains today? How do you get heat in today's time? I got a couple suggestions, but my suggestions might be a little too far for today's time. So I'm gonna say it regardless. I say why not have a Magna supporter as a character, even a Kamala Harris supporter. A political character right now would get a lot of heat. They would get a lot of heat. Um, why not have a feminist character? Why not have? I feel like Zoe Stark should be a feminist. I mean, I don't know. There's things you can do to and it's not even just. I'm really talking about villains, but like you can turn that into a heel character, being a feminist. That will annoy people. Um, it's all types of shit, really. Black Lives Matter character. That'll be the nation, basically, in a way. But I don't know. It's shit you could do to really catch the eye. A OnlyFans character. I mean, there's shit you could do, man. I know you thinking when you think of OnlyFans is pornographic. Not, no, it's not. You can do other stuff on OnlyFans, but just that is so synonymous with sexual explicit content. So that's the first thing you think of when you think of OnlyFans. But you can use it for other shit, literally. But those are my suggestions. I got plenty others. I feel like a domestic violence couple where we see the guy and the girl a toxic couple, a toxic relationship. Those are real life things. Plenty of other stuff. A drill rapper character, a little hothead. That's kind of Javon Evans in a way. He's showing it even outside the ring. He really, and I think that's why he got her kind of like a. What I like about him, he don't seem like he's trying to be something he's not. But see, I'm going off the rails. Where are the villains, man? Where's the people that got heat? We got a couple of people, but do we though? Because okay, Don Callis, he gets real heat. Fuck Don Callis, you know what I'm saying? So he gets some heat. Yes, he does, and just being associated with him, you're gonna get heat too. But Don Callis is, but at the same time, it's not. It's good, but it's not good. He's a manager. He shouldn't be getting more heat than an actual wrestler, but that's good though. Still a good thing. Still a good thing. Kyle Fletcher is probably next. And he happened to be with the Don Callis family. He do not talk, so it's not like Takeshita where you're gonna kind of cheer Takeshita. He's just quiet. He's a silent killer, you know. But villains still are around. John Cena's a villain. John Cena's been cheating to win. You know what I'm saying? He's been cheating to win, stuff like that nature, and it's cool. It is out of character. It's completely out of character for him to be cheating and shit like that. So really, like, it's not a bad thing. It's something, right? But there's still actions that's got to be done during the journey of a heel, not just during the matches. You got to do certain stuff that's out of character, like the post press conference media scrum. He attacked R-Truth, put it through the table, which I thought was pretty dope, really dope actually. I'm like, okay, good. R-Truth is very beloved. You know what I'm saying? So beating up R-Truth, and if R-Truth is next, not only that makes the title run very intriguing, but villains are just not the same anymore, man. Gunther beats the hell out of Pat McAfee. Fun match, by the way. And but it was like a sign of respect or whatever. I feel like he should have went over there and mugged him. He should have mugged the shot of Pat McAfee and powerbombed Michael Cole. They gotta take Michael Cole in the back, out on a stretcher. Why not? You want to get some heat? So I'm saying I don't want to see no nice Gunther or respect and all this. No, man. Fuck that. I want to see asshole villains, man. I miss those days, bro. I miss when villains was just evil. There was like no, these motherfuckers were sociopaths and psychopaths, man. Edge was a psychopath and a sociopath to get a championship. He would kiss ass. He would ally himself with anybody to get ahead. He used Randy Orton the whole time. You know what I'm saying? When it was rated RKO back in the day. He was always steps ahead manipulating motherfuckers. He used Vicky Guerrero. Like it was so much different shit. And then when he was with Vicky, this is Vicky Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero's legit wife. This is 2006 or seven. Eddie Guerrero's death is still like what 3 to 2 years ago from that time. It was fresh. That's what made it so despicable. That's what made it so like just degrading, disgusting. Like Edge and Vicky, really? Then he cheated on her. Like Edge was ridiculous, bro. And back in the days, man, villains had certain monikers and certain things they did that made them them. Hulk Hogan had a whole gang of niggas and they spraying your back. You know how humiliating that is? They spray your back with spray paint and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hogan was like just real disrespectful as fuck and just all types of shit. You know, when The Rock is healed, oh my God. The Rock has no remorse and he's dangerous. You see what happened to Mick Foley? You see what happened to Mick Foley? And then I Quit match, a classic that nobody talks about like that, which is crazy. He beat the shit out of this nigga in front of his wife and kid, bro. They was real life crying. He didn't stop. That's a villain. I miss shit like that, bro. Dude, he was really handcuffed and was getting 12, 13 chair shots, my G, in front of his kids, man. In front of his wife. She wasn't acting. That wasn't no, oh, that's part of, no, that was just good timing. And that was just at a time where Vince was just an evil genius. This is what made wrestling fun. You gotta have good guys, but you gotta have bad guys. They get up over all the good guys because you want to see those good guys get their upcomings. You want to see that. It's the never-ending battle of good versus evil. But we gotta have evil motherfuckers though, bro. I felt like Gunther should have mugged the shit out of Pat McAfee out the ring and powerbombed Michael Cole. And they had to stretcher his ass out there. He's out of the rest of the show. Come on, man. Why he showing respect? And oh, nah, fuck that. I was enjoying it when he was laughing at the end. But I wish he would have attacked him some more. He won his title back. That's all it's about. Fuck how people feel. Oh well, I decided to pick on Pat McAfee and Michael Cole just because I lost my title. That's simple. I'm mad at the world. Anybody in my way, I'm going to treat them like shit because I can. We need bad guys. We need evil fucks. I miss those days. The JBLs, the Muhammad Hassans and shit. I miss those times, man. We had some Triple H in his prime and shit. Reign of Terror. We had some evil, your nappy heads and your suckers. We ain't gonna never get nothing like that again. I want shit like that again, man. ECW villains was ridiculous. Raven, Outcast. He was abusive to his crew of people, treating them like whatever. He was a cult leader. Then he was abusive to Beulah. Like, come on, man. The franchise Shane Douglas was just fucked up. You ever see what he did to Gary Wolf? The nigga neck was really broke. Like, come on, man. When he shook the damn thing, that little halo thing that he had to wear. Rest in peace to Gary Wolf, I believe, right? Or is that Pitbull number 2? Lord, don't quote me on that. But anyway, man, villains back in the day was just ridiculous. You ever seen Sergeant Slaughter hanging out with Iranian soldiers and shit, bro? At that time? Come on, dude. We ain't got no villains that just like really take it to the next level, bro. I don't care if it is offensive. I want some offensive shit back again to me. I want something to kind of be like, yo, but I may get mad or feel some type of emotion, but now I don't want to take my eyes off it's a car crash. I got to see what happens. I got to see what the results of this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want evil. Like, that's what I want, man. And in today's time, you can get backlash. Backlash. Shouts out to Joey Styles. If you know, you know. But you can get backlash off of anything, pretty much. Everything's offensive. Man, you want to get some heat, bro. Like I said, I got plenty of shit you can do to get heat today, bro. So much stuff. You can troll on Twitter. Ricochet, shouts out to him. Shouts out to Ricochet, man. He's irritating people. Good. We need somebody that people don't like. That's why I like I'm over the Death Riders, but at the same time, I like Moxley regardless. And I like what he's doing. I just do. As far as the character work and just little things, his approaches of of heat. One of the things I've never seen, he literally just keeping the title off of TV. Like it's a different way of heat because it's literally irritating. I get irritated like, damn, where's the fucking world title? It's a different approach to heat. Sometimes you got to try things to see. Sometimes it may not make sense at the moment. That's the beauty of art. Art don't make sense all the time to everybody. It takes a minute for shit to catch on. This new kayfabe is just gonna take a minute to catch on. But that's what I'm saying though. At the same time, what do you got to do in today's time to get some real heat? Dominic Mysterio is one of those last people that had some real heat. MJF had some real heat. Like they still got it, but like both of them are pretty much faces at this point. Dom is for sure. They officially turned him, but he's still a face. He was getting cheered more than Penta. So, and then MJF is a heel still. He's a heel, but he got that. He just got that mixed reaction. He's our scumbag, you know. But like MJF is great though. He's somebody that a lot of people say he tried too hard. I don't care. At least somebody's trying. At least somebody's trying. I don't see the problem with that. If he wasn't trying, then you're complaining. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. Some people just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be talking, bro. I want to say some shit. And I feel like MJF, he will do and go certain lengths to get heat. And I like that's exactly the type of enthusiasm we need. That's just exactly the type of enthusiasm we need. I appreciate him keeping kayfabe outside of the ring. I appreciate that. He even made John Cena. If you ever see that interaction with John Cena talking about MJF, he even made John Cena even think, like, I don't know if I want to meet him. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like, man, it's not enough heat in wrestling today with villains. And there's so many restrictions. It's not even villain commentators. Where somebody's obnoxiously defending the bad guy all the time. We need balance, bro. Duality. That's what life is, duality. You got a devil on your shoulder, you got an angel on your shoulder. I don't know what shoulder they're going to end up on, but one of them motherfuckers is telling you some shit all the time. So, that's what I'm saying, man. It's part of real life. I think, like if you really think about it, that's why Roman was so good. See, bullying, he was bullying his cousin. See, bullying is always a way to get heat because nobody likes a bully. That's why Chad Gable had so much heat. They just didn't capitalize on it. But this ain't about what they did or should have done. It's just he had a lot of good heat. But I feel like nobody got like despicable heat. Don Callis is probably one of them. Who else right now? I can't really think of many other people at all that really got. I say Solo. He gets a big reaction. People just don't like Solo. Now it could either be go away heat. I don't think it's go away heat for Solo. I just think people don't like Solo, which is great. He's a heel. Great. You know what I'm saying? So Solo is one that gets a good heat. Trying to think who else is another one. Because I don't think right now Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker them is getting heat. Like, because the crowd's still wowing and change your music, bro. See, that's another thing with heel turns. If you're gonna turn heel, you need to you gotta go with the whole change, man. Becky turned heel. Like, it's just certain stuff. Like, dude, you gotta do something to make you gotta get rid of the shit that people liked about you. That's what makes a good heel. That's why wish John Cena didn't turn heel, even though I think his heel turn is like reverse psychology. It's genius low key. It is to me, but I wish he really didn't turn heel because not only is temporary too, but if you're not gonna do a character change, it kind of doesn't make it really don't like make sense that much. John Cena's case is a little different because he was the first good guy I ever seen that was getting booed. That's why his case is a little bit different, where him not changing who he is actually a genius thing. He's just a broken version, complaining version of himself. That's what I find the genius in John Cena's heel turn, because he has a different case. He's not somebody that was getting just cheered and then turned in. Hogan was not getting booed yet. That's the difference with Hogan and Cena. Cena was literally getting booed for being the good guy. Hogan was getting a smatter of boos, smatters of little boredom. You started to see it a little bit. Eventually, he would have got that. No, he turned at the peak pretty much still where people loved this guy. People ran in the ring that night when he turned heel. You see what I mean? That was heat. We don't got heat like that no more, bro. Who's running in the ring trying to fight these guys? I'm not saying that's always got to happen. That's not a good scenario all the time. I'm not saying I want the wrestlers to get hurt or anything, but that's great heat though. It just is, man. But I don't know. Like I say, even with commentators though, that's annoying. Why we ain't got nobody that's obnoxious? You know, why we ain't got that? I don't know. It's just Hills. The PG era is the worst Hills, by the way. The worst Hills. And the best Hill out of the PG era is CM Punk. He took it to next levels that other people wasn't willing to do. He made fun of Paul Bearer. He made fun of Jerry Lawler after Jerry Lawler had a week, maybe 2 weeks before, had a heart attack on live television. They made fun of him and Paul Heyman. That was ridiculous at that time. That was like really dirty at that time, dude, to do something like that. He made fun of Paul Bearer and poured his ashes. Of course, it wasn't his real ashes. Relax. But in kayfabe, just the idea of that pouring his ashes on Undertaker, literally after he died, like a month or I think a year before. At that time, that was despicable. Even before the WWE champion, voice of the voiceless, CM Punk, he was the straight edge society. He was literally trying to make himself look like the depictions of Jesus. Come on, bro. That's great heat. I don't really feel like that many people is diving in to break and really go past the levels. And like, even though CM Punk has shackles, he still went outside of the shackles sometimes. He loosened them bitches like, nah, I'm gonna do this. You want me to get people to hate me? CM Punk know how to make you hate him. That's why a lot of people feel like I want CM Punk to turn heel again. I don't care about him being older. Dude, heel Punk is world champ. Go check the timelines if you think I'm lying. His title run picked up when he became a heel. But this ain't about CM Punk. I'm using him as an example of even in these restricted times, CM Punk took it to next levels as a heel. Nobody's doing that anymore. Yeah, you can have good mic skills, but mic skills is one thing, but you gotta have actions to make people hate you. Randy Orton was very disrespectful, spitting in legends' faces and just shitty acting ass dude. You know what I'm saying? I miss those days. We need that back, man. Is the art of villainism, if you want to call it that, is that art dead? I don't want to believe it, but I feel like it is. It needs to come back. We need real villains again. Like, share, subscribe, dislike. What do y'all think? And please, somebody just answer that. What do a villain got to do in today's time to actually get heat? I would love to know from some of y'all, whoever comment. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to all the subscribers. Y'all don't know that this really helps. Like, I be having a lot of shit going on, but I still try to make this shit for whoever's entertained, get anything out of this. I appreciate the shit out of you. Pat yourself on the back just for being alive. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. We are out.